obviously.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Background Noise episode 244. We're doing some OG podcast stuff 2 weeks in a row now. We're taking a little break from the D&D session. We don't have everyone here, and I don't really have the time right now. I mean, you can still try. You just gotta tell me what you're attacking. And,
my hopes and dreams.
You hit. You hit easy. Yeah, there's no armor on that. It just pierces right through.
that was one hit point.
Yeah, it was on one, and it wasn't looking good anyway. So, but yeah, this is episode 244. Yeah, because it's like the D&D session's in a weird place because it's like Chris hasn't been on in a long time now, feels like. Nathan tonight is busy. He's usually really good about being here. And shit just comes up, you know? And then your brother, isn't he having a kid or something?
Yeah. He's very pregnant.
He's pregnant, yeah. Okay.
He's pregnant, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very pregnant.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then, so he's gone. And he probably will be gone. And then Chris, I don't know what the fuck Chris is doing, but every time it's Saturday, he's always like, hey, Sheldon, what's up? So,
yeah, so it's, people want to go out and have fun, man. So
fuck them.
Do things, yeah.
Yeah, they just want to live it up, live it up hanging out with Sheldon. To be honest, if I could go out and hang out with Sheldon right now.
He should be here.
Yeah, why does he not bring Sheldon,
Yeah, why would
I
they
know.
just bring Sheldon?
And they have internet now, too. They very well could.
Yeah, no, I did send Sheldon the invite to actually join the D&D session, but he never he never hit me up or anything about it again, so I'm assuming no.
Wow.
Because I'm like, at this point, we have a slot open.
Well, we have multiple slots open,
Yeah,
I feel like.
it's like, that's why I'm like getting to the point where I love your guys' characters to fucking death, but we might eventually start from scratch again, and like,
I mean, it's all right. As a fellow DM, you know what it's like. You have dozens of characters floating around in your head that you'll probably never be able to play.
Yeah, so it's like, I might be like, all right, so here was what I had planned for the final battle. Let's put all of you guys to 20, and let's do one last session of this campaign.
God. Dear God.
That might be what we do one week, by the way.
I mean, if you want to, sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I can solo it.
Yeah.
If you put me at 20.
Yeah. That's the thing, yeah.
I can't die.
Yeah.
The world is burning around me. It falls out. There is just space left, and Kyle swinging a fucking axe.
I think you mean Calnan swinging an axe.
Calnan swinging a fucking
I mean, like, you probably are swinging an axe, too, in real life, I like to believe.
Yeah.
So.
I like to believe you just have a hatchet right next to your computer.
And then he just, like, he has, like, a second desk that, like, just takes the hatchet every day. Yeah, he's just hatcheting away at.
Well, how do you know what I roll? Like, that's how I know how good I roll, right?
Yeah. Depending on how well you hit the hatchet, you give it, like, a number value. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
Split that bitch in half, yeah, it's a natural 20.
That's a
if
nat 20, dude.
Whiff and the bounce blades off, it's a 1, you know?
Oh, yeah, if you miss, it bounces off the ground, hits you in the shin, and you have to get another metal leg, that's a 1.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's worst case scenario. So, I know we're not playing D&D tonight, but let me tell you, one of my favorite things about D&D are natural ones. Like,
yeah,
it's gotten to the point where I'm like, natural ones I like almost more than natural 20s at this point. Because I love how you could fuck everything up in a single roll.
That's why I'm super happy about having advantage on everything.
That is true.
Oh god, yeah.
Reckless.
But it's just like, alright, you're going to attack the final boss. I got a 1. You chopped Rindar's head off.
What?
it's like, what do you mean? It's like,
what did Drindar do?
Yeah, it's like, but you.
That's what I mean. The amount of ones that I've actually gotten is a lot.
Yeah.
I just rolled 2 dice, right? So
Yeah, exactly. So you're fine, but like it equals out.
Chris too, because he has the halfling. So every time he rolls a 1, he gets to reroll it.
But if he rolls another one,
That's fair. Yeah.
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 Then he just gets screwed over at that point. It's just like, well, you tried. You really did try, but it just didn't happen for you. So But yeah, dude. Like I do wish Mark, when did you start getting into D&D?
When did I start getting into D&D?
Yeah, like what were we still in high school when you first started getting into D&D? Or was it like post?
I mean, there's a difference. I've always wanted to actually try it, but do you mean like when I actually started?
Yeah, sort of like when you decided that no, I'm gonna play D&D. Like this is happening one day.
Yeah, I'd say I probably started researching the rules like at the end of high school,
Okay,
like senior year.
Yeah,
just that no one else did,
That's
and
true.
I was just like by myself, just like, huh.
Yeah, I don't like. I really am trying to think if like we had talked about that at all. Because like in hindsight, I really wish we had started playing when we were a little younger.
Yeah.
Like just we would have more time to play and stuff.
Yeah.
And like well, I mean, we can get more time as we're older too, though. It works both ways.
Yeah. Once we have like a serious job and we don't have homework that follows us home.
Yeah, and like Kyle, like if you got depends which 9 to 5 you're working, Kyle.
Because there's also that laptop I have from work that's sitting right the fuck beside me. So I can. Speaking of work that follows you home.
Yeah, that's fair. But in some jobs, you don't really like. Even if you get that, like you could most times know your schedule enough to be like, hey, dude. Wednesday night, meet up at 7. We can play D&D until like 11. Like
Absolutely.
It's just like, when you're younger, you have free time, and then when you get older, you're like, at least you know your set schedule, and that's good at the very least. So yeah, definitely like that's the one thing. It's because it's like I really want to play D&D, but. So if it wasn't Sunday, Mark, I would have a lot of problems playing this session this semester.
Yeah.
Because I'm struggling to find time to play CS with my team right now. I just really am. I can play like once, maybe twice a week if I'm stretching it.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, our session is going to start going to like every other week, maybe every third week.
Dude, like,
on,
to be fair,
how much homework I get.
It's September. This semester ends in December. So, like, it's only a few months of that. Like, if we want to play during winter break and stuff.
For me, winter break we can easily go once a week again.
Yeah, for me, it's possible. That's winter break is called shit. Let's find a job. So, but if I hadn't found one yet,
yeah.
But, like, the thing is, that's good, at least. When I'm right out of college, I'll have a job. It won't be the job I want. I can still work for my dad. Which, it's something that I realized lately that I never thought that I'd have a fallback thing.
But you do.
But I'd have a fallback thing, It's like, it's not something I'm proud to say. Or anything, but, to have money, I'm gonna need to work still. Because it's like, no, I need to live.
That's a thing, yeah.
So,
I mean, I could always get you a job as a waiter.
So, I am actually thinking about it, like, depending on how things are looking out after, like, when school, if I don't hit a job in the first month or two, I'm like, Mark, brother,
put in a good word for me.
Yeah, let's talk, alright? Because, like, it's nothing, like, people, like, can legit make careers out of waiting, too.
Especially when it's not, like, a Fridays or a Ruby Tuesdays, when it's, like, an actually decent place.
Yeah.
You make money.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I'm not gonna name, places of business or anything for the sake of people. But my aunt she's, worked at the same restaurant since she was 14 years old. So she... Not gonna name her age, but she may have been working there for around 30 years now. But so she's been working at the same restaurant for 30 years, and went from a bus, she's a girl, so not a bus boy, a bus girl, to waitress / bartender now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, that's a career. That's 100% a career.
Especially if you are a waiter and a bartender.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. I have met waiters from my job who are like, yeah, I made like $40K just for the summer. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, I made like $40K in tips just on these last 3 months.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like, it's especially because we live in a beach town. Like, this place gets crazy, dude.
I need to tip less.
You need to tip less? No, shut up, dude.
Shut up.
Because I feel like you wouldn't be going to like a 5-star restaurant or anything, though. Like, you'd be like, I'm not going to tip the guy at McDonald's. It's like, you don't tip the guy at McDonald's anyway. They make
Not at McDonald's. I tip well for everything.
No, I that's something that's always been super important to me.
Unless it's like actually like if I think the person is a cunt, unless it's that, I give them 20%.
Yeah, okay. If
they're just trying to get by.
If someone, it would, dude. Like, I am serious about this. Someone would have to deliberately, the waiter or waitress would have to deliberately want to ruin my day, like, fuck everything up possible on purpose, and like never be sorry about it, or like oh god, there has to be so many levels of things for me to not tip 20%.
Tony, so I serve middle-aged white people.
That's fair.
If my waiter or waitress treated me the way that some of my customers treat me, they would not get 20%.
That's true. Yeah, I bet.
I've had people legit insult me to my face at my job.
It's like
same.
I'm like, excuse. And then this thing. So just because someone is a really shitty customer doesn't mean that they won't give you 20%.
That's true.
Weird. Yeah. Legit, my worst customer this summer told me to my face that I need to do my job better because I'm sucking.
Get fucked.
I'd be like,
he gave me 20%.
He's giving you 20%.
What are you sucking, Mark?
Okay, context. This is the last 2 weeks of summer when like 60% of our staff had left, and we're understaffed, and we still had the summer rush. I was.
Were you waiting at the time? Were you a waiter at the time, or?
Yes.
Okay.
This was so. Normally we have 5 tables in our section.
Yeah.
I had 8.
Oh boy.
And they're all filled, so I had very little time for each table, and that's what he was complaining about. Yeah. I wasn't checking in on them enough. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what to tell you. I already explained that like a lot of our servers were college students and they've left, and he's like, well, you haven't left, so you need to do your job better and do it right.
Get fucked.
I was like, excuse me.
It's just that is literally the person you like. All right, whatever you say, sir. And you walk away and be like, what a cunt.
No, legit, every single person in the restaurant knew what cunts they were right after he said that.
Yeah, it's like if I was another person like at a table, I'd be like, dude, he's doing 8 tables, man. Like, do you see it? Like.
No, and literally, so he gave me 20%, and tables that I've been best friends with that gave me like 12%, and I'm like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, right? No, it's just like...
we talked about sports. I literally hung out with you for like 5 minutes, talking.
Sometimes it's just a person, though, right? It's just like, that person, no matter how cool, they just are a 12% tipper.
Yeah.
It's just...
Oh, that was probably good.
Yeah.
It's probably good for them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, no, it's just weird. Like, never assume because a table is a cunt that they won't tip you well.
Yeah.
Never assume that because the table loves you that they will.
Dude, you just gotta
It's just weird.
you know?
You just gotta treat every table the same and hope that they're nice people.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's just kind of how the world works, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
treat everybody like they're the same. And
although I try to treat every table like as nice as possible, and it does help. I've had tables give me 25%, and I'm like, you guys are amazing, and I love you.
Yeah, but that also means you really did your job if they're doing over 20%, you know? Because, like,
Yeah.
if they... I know, like, for the way I was at least brought up, it's like, if you tip... If we're tipping 25%, that person made, like, your day better. Like, they didn't just do, like, their... Like, there's a difference, I think, sometimes in, like, the working place between doing your job and then, like, killing it, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's a bare minimum, you know, that you could do for, like, more, you could literally, like, I don't know how, like, it works for your restaurant. I don't know if, like, they bring water to the table or anything, like, or bread or anything, but...
I bring water, and sometimes we bring bread because we're an inside and outside restaurant, so the inside always gets bread, the outside is by request.
Okay. Yeah. So, so, like, you could easily, like, plop the water down, be like, here's your bread. You guys ready to order?
Pour my water,
No?
motherfucker.
What do you want to drink? Okay, alright, thank you. And then walk away. You guys ready to order? Here's your drinks. Now? Just walk away. You know, just, like, do the bare minimum.
Okay, here's the thing. On a busy day, I mean, I say it with a much nicer tone, I'm much more talkative and friendly, but it pretty much goes like that sometimes.
Well, it's also, like, your tone and stuff.
Yeah, no, like, I'm always, like, smiley, I'm always, like, I try to crack jokes if I can. So it's, like... But some days, it's, like, especially if they're just taking their time to order, it's pretty much just like that, just with a much friendlier face.
That's exactly right, because there's a difference between, like, the way I was saying it and then being, like, really friendly about it, because,
No, I'm like, okay, so here are your drinks, you got the gin and tonic, you got...
Yeah, exactly.
The whiskey sour, do you guys still need a couple minutes, are you all ready? And then they're like, nah, we still need a few minutes. I'm like, okay, I'll check back on you in, like, a couple minutes.
So I'll be back in a few minutes. Like,
But it's the same thing, just much nicer.
It's all about how you say things, you know? Like, you can tell someone to have a nice day, but if you say it in, like, a sarcastic tone, you're telling them to fuck off, you know? It's like...
Yeah. Oh, God. So, okay, the table deserved this, but...
I love these stories. This is a great way to start off.
There's a table that was just really being, like, kind of like pricks to me.
Mm-hmm.
And one of their friends was sitting at the bar, and he waved me down, and he's like, hey, you're their waiter, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm going to pay for their table. And I'm like,
What?
Awesome. So I bring him the bill. He pays for it. He gives me a good tip. He was a nice guy. He gave me a good tip. Go to the table, tell them what happened, and he told me, like, don't let them tip me. I didn't tell them that.
Yeah.
So they tipped me as well.
Oh.
I'm like, good, I just got, like, a 40% tip. Because
yes!
I decided not to tell them that he also tipped me. I said he paid for the table. That was it.
Joined your channel.
Yeah, it's actually great, to be honest.
Savage.
Hi, Nathan.
Hello, Nathan.
Hello.
We are doing another just like normal
Greetings,
podcast
traveler.
night.
Old school.
Yeah, we old school again. Old school with a decent amount of people. Mark was telling a nice story about how he got double tipped, and that sounds amazing.
Oh God, it made my day.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony, I think that was the day that I made $400.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
It was that Thursday where I had 8 tables, and I hated my life. So when someone was like, yeah, I'm going to pay for their table, and I'm like, they were pricks. I'm not going to tell them that he tipped me. And they gave me an extra, like, $20 or $30, and I'm like, there we go.
Yeah, like, alright, that's fine.
That was worth it. God, that was my best night of the... As I said, it sucks being understaffed, but you make bank.
Yeah, I was gonna say...
I hated every second of it. I legit just want, like, I'm gonna shoot myself at the end of the day. Just decided. Because 3 more tables than usual doesn't sound like a lot, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I get those nights and I don't make any more money for it.
Because Kyle, this is a different line of work, right?
Yeah.
Kyle,
I clocked out at the end of the night, and I was counting my money. I'm like 100, 200, 300,
God, okay.
400. Okay, we're good. You hate it until you clock out and you count your money, and you're like,
Yeah, that wasn't that bad, yeah.
that wasn't that bad. I can do that again, yeah.
It's funny. What were you trying to say, Nathan?
I was just gonna say, from my perspective, before you had said anything about tables, that sounded largely inappropriate. Double tipped and $400.
Oh my god. It's true, I don't think I ever mentioned that Mark is a waiter. I just said he was selling...
No, I knew, it was just like...
But like, I'm like, wait, no, I didn't... I also didn't say that, so it's like... You probably would assume he's a waiter, but you could be thinking anything.
Oh yeah,
my friends was
funny
looking for an
story
escort.
about that.
Oh,
So,
okay, we got a funny story.
I don't want to mention names, but Tony, it's one of our very close friends.
What
Big-
letter?
And he did post this in the group chat.
Okay. I'll
He
figure it
did
out.
post this in the group chat.
Yep.
Him and I went to a bar.
Microphone muted.
We hung out. We made some new friends.
Microphone activated.
One of them, at the end of the night, was like, "Hey, do you guys want to come over for a fivesome?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And
Was it a bunch of dudes?
it was one guy, one
Really?
girl, and there's going to be a mystery fifth that we hadn't met yet.
Ooh.
Ooh, like you just rolling the dice there, man.
Dumb
Yeah,
dumb.
and so I said no because I just met this guy.
Yeah.
100% was in a...
Oh, you just said no. The only reason is because
and
you
he
just
asked
met him.
me before this started. He's like, "Are you 100% straight?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "We'll see about that." And I'm like, "No."
We'll see about that. What a
I'm
line.
like, "No, we will not see about that."
That's funny. That is.
So, does the friend's name start with a J and rhyme with Jacob?
Oh,
I'm not saying
he has
anything,
no idea what you're referring to.
Yeah.
but that friend texted me later saying, "Yes, I went to his house." And I'm like, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah.
It was definitely it.
And he's like, "I was propositioned for sex. The guy offered me $1,000." And I'm like,
I mean...
Wait, I didn't know that part of the story.
Okay, that's $1,000.
he told me that one in person.
Okay. And he said
yes.
no?
He said no.
What?
I mean, why though? Okay, so here's the question for everybody that I have: would you or would you not have for $1,000?
Alright,
I go ahead and say fuck yeah.
I'm gonna ask, because, okay, so,
It depends
What-
on what exactly. Am I fucking him in the ass or is he fucking me in the ass? Because that's two different numbers.
fair. I do want to throw this out there. Mark,
That
I don't
doesn't
know,
have to happen.
I don't remember if Nathan was on for this episode, but one time, it might have been, like, way early in the podcast history, though. I don't remember. We did talk about once what our number to go gay for was. I don't
Yeah.
know if you remember that, Mark.
I think I was the lowest.
I think so.
Wasn't I think I was the
But
lowest.
Kyle is here now, so God, you're not going to be the lowest.
I'm not the lowest anymore. No, but it is two very different numbers. If I am the top or the bottom,
Fair.
because top,
TBD.
yeah, $1,000 is enough for that.
Did you
Top-
say TBD? To be determined? So you're going in not knowing?
You're not knowing.
No, then that won't be enough. Because I'll assume worst case scenario, he's gonna be like, "Okay, drop." And
Also-
I'm like, "No."
Also, to be fair, that might... Okay, so like, you had told him you were straight to begin with. So for
Yes.
this scenario that you're putting out here with $1,000, there's no way in hell that he'd be going for that. He wouldn't just, like, do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there. Like, if you weren't comfortable with it, he's not gonna, like, do it. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's also the whole thing of I turned him down to go back to his house,
Yeah.
and our
But
friend did not.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it would be... yeah.
Which,
It
by the
wouldn't
way,
have had to go...
funniest thing was fivesome did not happen.
Oh?
Before it did. Hey.
No, it wasn't even before. The guy's girl and the mystery fifth person didn't show up, so it was just our friend and this
Good
guy
luck, man.
who was trying to proposition him for sex.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's different.
Huh. That changes the story a little bit.
It does
Yeah.
change. It changes it a lot.
It does change the story a lot, yeah.
Okay.
Unless there was never.
You know, it's like,
Alright.
you throw out the pins, and you're like, yeah, 5 some. And then, like, you reel them in, and you're like, I lied.
Yeah, no, it's like he waits till you get there. And he's like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I lied to you, but I'll give you $1,000 each. It's like, okay. Yeah, okay, so this is the new topic, by the way, Kyle. You've brought us to this murky water. And
You're welcome.
now we belong here. Kyle, what
Do
do
you follow rule 1 and 2 at all?
what are the rules 1 and 2?
Be attractive, don't be unattractive.
Does it matter?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely it matters.
But
Absolutely it matters.
okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. Because I'm like, no, that number changes.
It does.
Because I was going to ask for the $1,000, how attractive we talking? Because if it's Chris Pratt, I'd probably give him $1,000.
Yeah.
This guy was maybe a 5.
Nah, the 1,000's not.
Like, I wouldn't say he's one. I'm not judging how attractive men
That's
are.
fair, but
I can tell.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Like, 'cause I think I'm like a 10 out of 10, and
5 is
apparently,
low.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm wrong about that. But
At least you have good self-esteem.
yeah.
yeah, no, that's a lie. That was a joke.
It's like, oh, you think you're a 10 out of 10. Oh, hi, Chance.
should have
Didn't
heard
know
what I
you
was
were here in the
saying,
podcast tonight.
Freaking out last
Yeah,
week.
no,
but,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, no. I'd say that this guy was fairly average looking.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I'd say he had a nice face, and he was a little bit on the bigger side. So I'd say that balances out to like a solid 5.
That's about average. But
Oh,
nah, $1,000 isn't going to be enough. Well, if it's Kyle, there's not going to be any money exchanging
I mean,
hands.
it's just happening.
Yeah, that's slightly different. But for this random person I don't know, 1,000 is. You need to add a few zeros to that 1,000.
Yeah.
Probably 3 at the very least, maybe more. But I'm curious, Kyle. For that 5, how much?
I'd have to see him.
Give us 2 separate numbers, one for top, one for bottom.
Okay, interesting.
Because we all agree that is 2 different
No, those
numbers.
are 2 different numbers. Yeah, it's. Kyle said we're talking about to be determined. Like we don't know going in, so you
Okay,
have to
so,
like
like-
average your 2 numbers.
Yeah. I was also going with like the whole group part of it, because the group part of it, group dynamic is completely different, and then that number is a lot lower actually.
Interesting.
I was... If I wasn't, like... If this guy hadn't said, you know... How straight are you? If he didn't ask me that question, it was debatable in my head.
That's what I mean. So,
But when he's like,
initial scenario
how
that
straight
gave,
are
it's
you?
a
Are you
lot
comfortable
easier.
being fucked in the ass? And I'm like, no.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna say no.
It's all of a sudden like, I'm out. I'm good.
No, but okay, but in the initial scenario where there would be 5 people, and he already knew that you like not gay, so it's completely different, right? Because then there wouldn't be the expectation wouldn't be as high for
As I said,
things that you're not comfortable with.
If he didn't tell me I would have to be comfortable having gay sex, I probably wouldn't even need a number. If it's
Oh,
just like
yeah, he
5
was- he was
some
going,
with
yeah.
2 girls, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I could get behind that.
That's just funny phrasing. It's funny that you said it like that.
Oh, this game's hard.
That you yeah. That's also funny phrasing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, no, it's funny. God, it's like that. Was this the first time you met this person, by the way?
Yes, we met them at a bar.
I mean,
Like,
to be
this is
fair,
the
it's at a
first time that
bar,
we met
but
them.
I'm like, dude, bar culture is so funny because it's like that you can't go anywhere else and have that conversation with someone.
Yeah, no, truthfully, this came out of nowhere. We were just talking and chilling. We thought this guy was cool, so we took a couple shots with him and with the girl that he was with and the 2 people that they were with. There was a large group of them,
Yeah.
and
A significant amount of social lubricant. So.
We were just socializing, and just out of nowhere, like literally, they're in the middle of leaving. He turns to us and he pulls our friend and I aside, puts his arms around our shoulders, and he's like, "So, how comfortable are you guys with the fivesome?" And I'm like, "What?"
That's like that's the way, like, his hands on his shoulder. You grab him by the wrist, you remove the arm from around you. It's like,
No, as I said, it was debatable because it was going to be two girls, and then he's like, "But how comfortable are you having gay sex?" And I'm like, "That's all of a sudden a no in my book."
Yeah, but I thought you said mystery fifth. That could mean anything.
Yeah.
He said mystery fifth would be a girl.
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
Okay.
It's just that that girl wasn't at the bar, and we didn't know how attractive she would be.
Oh, I guess that. Yeah. When you said mystery fifth, was everyone else thinking that, like, we just didn't know the gender of the person?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes, no, you're wrong. I misled you guys.
I was gonna say, Nathan, you thought that too, right?
Yeah, no, I was totally thinking like mystery flavored Dum Dums.
Yeah, dude, that's actually the exact thing that I thought of. I'm like, it could be any flavor.
There's going to be another girl coming to his apartment.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
that's a thing that could happen.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a bummer because he was actually a cool guy and I wanted to go to more bars with him, and now it's just like,
It's like, nah, I don't want to be
nah.
propositioned every time I go with him.
Can't just drop a bomb like that.
It's like, that's what I was saying though.
This
Like,
is the U.S. in the 1940s. You can't just drop a bomb like that.
Oh.
I mean, they dropped two.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was fivesome, and two was how comfortable are you with gay sex?
Oh, that was two bombs. He's right. Yeah. Okay.
Like a Nagasaki all over there.
Yeah. Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Yeah. Rip. That's
So,
unfortunate.
numbers. Let's hear them.
Yeah.
What is everyone comfortable with?
Kyle made a really good point of seeing the person really could change the number.
Absolutely. 100% every time.
But let's talk about this in a hypothetical. You don't know what the person looks like. You're going in blind. This is like how it happens. The money, like once agreed upon, the money appears in your bank account. It's all legal, and it's gonna happen in like 30 seconds, and you're not gonna be able to escape or anything. It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like you made this business transaction. So, I still want Kyle to go first on this because, you know, maybe. All right, I feel like maybe that's not fair. To put Kyle up first because I'm gonna take a minute to think about like a legit number for this. I already got it, so that's
This is a lot.
pretty
You
fast.
made me a whore instead of joining on a party thing.
Yeah, well, those are different numbers, to be fair, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they are.
Massively.
God, it's like I want to go back and see like what my number was when we first did this, because I definitely
Oh god, yeah.
guarantee this is going to be a lot lower of a number.
Honestly, it's a lot for a whore, but not a lot for these theoretical
That's
things that
fair.
people always
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, right.
Is where I'm leaning. So,
Yeah.
Microphone muted.
I'm not
Microphone
coughing.
activated.
I'm completely healthy. I had to cough again, so I'll be a minute.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
The recording live stream gets some juicy coughs. Let me tell you. That's something you have to pay extra for, is these quality coughs you're hearing.
Oh yeah.
is this taxable?
No, we just wire straight to your bank account, like you're getting that number. And Kyle, to be fair, let's do this in US dollars. So
Yeah,
meaning
thank you. Okay.
you do get more in Canadian.
That's like 30% bonus.
Yeah,
for me.
that's. I mean, like you're winning very hard here. I almost want to say, in the most fair way to do this possible, we all type it in chat, and I don't mean in TeamSpeak. Yeah, I mean in TeamSpeak chat, not in like Twitch chat. and then we hit
I'm
enter.
around here, and then you guys are all gonna say it's super low, but I'm gonna go there.
Okay,
so
we all have to
please
type
don't
it and
open
agree
it.
to hit enter
No.
at the same time.
What we're saying is we don't know what this person looks
Yes,
like.
we do not know what they look
It's
like.
to be determined whether it's top or bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Or even what's happening at all.
Yeah, there is
You're
no...
essentially a call girl for like one encounter.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's happening. You just go, and assuming that something like that's gonna happen.
See, now I'm starting to, like, my number's changing, so I need a minute.
Because I need to imagine worst case scenario. That's
Don't.
what I need to imagine.
That's the thing. Don't roll average.
Yeah, you should go for, like, the average, I'm thinking. Here.
Yep.
The
I need a
average-
minute. I just like swiped the contact lens out of my eye. I'm gonna be right back.
You see, I'm worried that I'm gonna be the cheap whore.
No, I am too, but I'm like, I feel like Kyle is gonna make me feel safe.
I mean, like,
But I also don't want that to change Kyle's number. Or, I honestly think there's a shot, depending on what everyone goes with. I'm either gonna be looked at like, that's ridiculous, no one would ever pay you
people
that.
usually use like stupid, disgusting high numbers for this kind of bullshit, and I don't want to go that stupid kind of.
Yeah, no, like thinking of the stupid, disgusting high numbers, I am very low.
Yeah, no, not that, like...
Thinking of what the average whore gets paid, I am very expensive.
I'm
Yeah.
very expensive.
I'm
Exactly,
gonna be
exactly.
expensive for
Exactly.
yeah. Because I have two numbers that I'm going back and forth with. That I'm not sure which one I want. Nathan needs a minute anyway, so I can think this out.
Mine's typed in.
I'm not locked in yet. Because this is a one-time thing, so no matter what you do, you'll never be paid like that per hour ever again. No matter what you do, basically, unless you like become a professional sports player. So I'm like, also, it's like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna make this per hour ever again.
Okay.
God, I have a number, but I'm just gonna type it in because
That's what I just did.
I'm just locking this in. This is the number I mean, and either this number is very low. Also, don't look at the stream and cheat to see my number. Oh, I almost typed that into the entire TeamSpeak.
Oh god, that would be hilarious.
That would be kind of funny.
Swap
Oh,
down.
I did.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's like what's that number there, dude? It's like what number? Deletes it.
Just remember, the average roll is technically 11,
What?
not a d20.
On a T20.
Okay,
Alright.
look and see again.
Okay.
On my left eye.
Welcome to the scene world. God, we talked about last week, about like the horrors of contacts sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think the way I put it was, you go to rub your eye, and it doesn't hurt immediately, but 5 seconds later, it feels like hot sauce.
You know how
Straight
pepper
into the eye.
You fucked up.
So I want to know if people are willing to hit enter on this
Even,
number
like,
now.
eating a pepper, and then...
I mean, I just about did.
Okay.
I've been ready for a while.
I don't know, Nathan. Do you have a number typed out?
in the background noise
Do the
channel?
background noise chat. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
All right, everyone in 3, 2, 1. All of it. There, I like it.
Fire. You're welcome.
Yeah,
I was thinking realistically, to be fair.
fair.
No.
Kyle. Yeah, I don't think Nathan's gonna get all of it.
No.
All
He's
the
a young
money in
boy,
the
so it's
world.
quite different. Young boy.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Hey, I'm glad that we're similar.
Yeah, no, it's
We're
like I
very
went
close.
from that number upwards to 100,000, so I split the difference.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking if it's an average person, I'd probably do 50,000.
Yeah,
If it was like ugliest, most disgusting person in the world, it would have been 100. It's like
Yeah.
no, we're
No,
going
so
off
it's
averages.
completely
I'm like,
different that
okay,
way. No.
50,000.
So if you're gonna get like the oldest, ugliest fucking person in the book, of course that changes significantly.
Yeah, but like we're going. I picked this for my average person, to be fair.
Okay.
Because
But,
like,
yeah, it's like if posting an ad online, this is the number that you would post with it.
yeah, it's like, and this is you just get it what you're gonna get, you know.
Surprise! I know someone who does.
Oh, is it you, Kyle? Like,
No.
It's
That's
fine.
what someone in your position would say.
Yeah, that's.
No, I would advertise. I'm on a podcast. a lot.
Yeah, it's true. He probably would be like, "All right, go to my Craigslist ad here."
Yeah. Use Kijiji in Canada, thank you.
God, I don't even know what that is, Kyle. What? Gesundheit? What did you just say?
Kijiji.
Kijiji? Is that like Craigslist?
Yes.
Is that just Canadian Craigslist?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Is it like a normal website too? Like, it's also what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's a normal website. Like,
Okay.
you go and, like, yeah.
Okay. I'm just making
People
sure.
just buy shit off there, like, you know what I mean? Like, it might as well be like a little garage sale website for all I fucking know.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you can also, like, get apartments for it.
That's fair. So I want to
place
explain
that
my
I found
number
I
if
know
you guys
was
are
on
cool
Kijiji.
with it. I picked 75K because I'm like, no. All my student debt would be gone. And I'd have some nice money left over to do with what I want. Was literally like what I was thinking. Because it's like in this one instant, like Kyle, yours is super more realistic.
It is.
Yeah, like now that I'm
I
like,
thought about it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
you know, that
I mean,
Yeah.
look, let's be honest. Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
5K in Canadian money? That's what I want to know. Like, what did Kyle actually make in this?
I'd
Probably like
guess
6.5K, maybe 7.
Yeah, probably.
somewhere around 7.
So let's. I'm going to a converter right now. Yeah, he
That'd
made
be USD.
and with $5,000, you make $6,584.25.
I'm okay with that.
Oh man,
That's God. That's a lot of Arnold Palmers.
It's a lot.
okay.
It is.
Dude,
It's a
I
lot
could
to
get
make.
75,000 Arnold Palmers.
Or, hear me out. You get 35,000 on Palmers and the rest in mechanics.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to see what you're saying. I might split that number a little differently, though. I think I'm more getting... I think I'm gonna get 40,000... No, I'm gonna go 45,000 in Arnold Palmers and 30,000 Mike Nikes, because
Gotcha.
I would
You
be
need
drinking more
drinks.
Arnold Palmers in my life probably than Mike Nikes, because I can't always eat Mike Nikes.
I mean, I used to buy them by the bag full, and they were like $10 a bag.
That's
so
not
it was
bad.
a lot of fucking Mike and Ikes,
Okay.
actually. I go to the
Interesting.
grocery store, they just have the bins of them, right, and just fucking pour that shit. Greg is like, you're a disgusting human being. I'm like, I know, and I love it.
Oh man, now I want to know if I took my money to Canada. Oh man, I'm taking my money and going to Canada. That's the first thing I do. Because that 75K turns to 98K.
Yeah. Wow.
Kyle, if I do this, I'm immediately moving in.
Hey Kyle, I got first month's rent right here.
Yeah, it's like I will give it to you in cash.
Let's go.
This is funny.
Also, will you visit me next year when I get my place?
Are you actually gonna get your place?
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'm gonna figure out a time to come visit you. And I also need to get a passport. I keep forgetting.
I got mine. I'm going to
You've
Israel
heard
in a month,
stories of
by the
how
way.
good my mom is at getting flight deals,
That's
right?
what I mean. That's why I'm like, no, we will make it happen.
We will. No, okay,
The flight
so
to Newark's super cheap,
Yeah.
right?
my mom got a round trip flight. She set a new record for herself, by the way.
Oh, really?
Round trip flight to Florida for a total of $68.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
It's like what? It's like a dinner. That's like buying an expensive
That is.
dinner.
That's like buying dinner for, like, you and a date at, like, a decent restaurant.
Yeah. And she's like, yep, that's my new record, $68 for a round
$68.
trip flight to Florida.
Realistically, here they're like, well, just under $300
That's not
But-
bad, still. Like,
per round trip.
it's like if you're... Like, what I'm picturing, though, it's like I take, like, a week off of work. Gone
Yeah,
to Canada.
I mean, like round trip, like for like a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you leave, come on the Sunday, leave on the Saturday or whatever.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's yeah, something like that, because I'm like, yeah, we need to do at least a podcast while I'm in Canada.
Yeah.
So
That would be interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like, I'm like, no, we're doing at least one podcast while we're there. But yeah, no, that'd be fun. We'll get like whole gang of people to go to Kyle's house, and Kyle will be like, "This is too many people,"
This is too many people.
and he'll make half of us
You'll
go
never
home.
be able to eat again.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting better at that. Also, fuck, I had something I forgot. Never mind.
All right. Yeah. No, by the way, like, just because that this is the kind of person I am, Kyle. I know you know how you say you don't like to eat in front of people. Like,
I don't, but it'd be my own house.
But yeah, but like, I want you to know that when you go to eat, I'm gonna get uncomfortably close to you and just stare.
Well, joke's on you, because it wouldn't be during the time when you're awake.
Oh.
No, what we do, we put an alarm on the pantry and the refrigerator. Wake up.
We wait for Kyle to go to bed the first night and wreck everything in the house.
That it is.
God, and then it's like goes off. We all get up and we just like sit like at like a table or something with like our hands like cupped on our face, just watching you. It's like, no, go ahead, no, dude, now.
That's what makes it weird.
It's like that's what we want to watch.
Oh yeah, sorry. It was about too many people being in my own house. When me and Greg held like our Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
I didn't show up to it.
Wait.
And I was there. You know what I mean?
Are you
I
just
locked
hiding
myself
in your
my
room?
Yeah, I locked myself in my room and just played League.
Fuck,
Oh no, I think I had a raid too. Yeah.
It's like he was at your house, right? Yeah, you didn't show up. What? That's funny.
And we're just like, partying in the main floor in the basement. Nope.
It's like, where's Kyle? Hi, he's in his room playing League and WoW.
Microphone muted.
Nailed it.
Microphone activated.
I keep muting my mic every time I cough, and the people listening to this, I am so sorry. You're gonna hear so
Also,
much coughing.
Nathan, I'm 119.
Microphone muted.
Oh, you.
I fucking gave in.
Which character? Which class?
Oh, I'm a paladin.
Microphone
Fuck off.
activated.
You guys continue to talk about this because I actually need a minute, so I'll be right back.
Microphone
You know, I
muted.
caved and resubbed and I'm playing top paladin now because fuck Demon Hunter is stupid. I don't want to do that shit anymore.
What are you guys talking about?
World of Warcraft.
Wow.
Okay, gotcha.
You want to come over to my dead community guild?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Dear God.
Also, don't you play Alliance? I thought you played Alliance.
No, I play Horde.
Okay. Good.
I played Alliance because I had a friend who played Alliance on an RP server.
Nice. Was it Moonguard?
No.
Oh, what the fuck are you even doing in his life? It's like the RP server.
Well, yeah, but he liked to do things other than stand in Goldshire all day.
I mean, that's pretty fun though. Also, if I'm pretty sure transmog stuff is account wide, right?
Yeah.
Not just faction. So I'm kind of tempted to go make use my 110 boost, make an alliance character,
Microphone activated.
do all the stuff that I need to unlock the Void Elf, level the Void Elf all the way, get the Void Elf armor, and then wear it on my Blood Elf.
So much work and 2 Alliance characters.
Just to get their armor.
Wow, man.
Actually, no, the dry armor is pretty sick, though. I kind of want that. Have you seen it?
No.
It's pretty nice. I think I have a page up still, actually. I do!
And I do apologize about that. I was having a really bad coughing fit, so I just wanted to step out of the room.
It's okay.
I'm gonna click on this even though I don't know what it is.
Heritage armor sets.
They're all
Like,
these
you
are-
got fucked.
they're all like
Oh,
Dragon
Blink.
Boys.
Like the cow looks
So-
like garbage.
Which one's the cow?
Yeah. The Tauren. They have antlers.
Yeah, it looks fucking stupid.
Tauren. Where did you...
High Mountain Tauren.
Yep.
Where's that?
Like towards the
The
bottom.
last armor set is
Oh, this is a big, there's more to this page than I
It's
thought.
a big list.
Yeah.
It's time
Yeah,
to show the
very-
Dark Iron Tour.
The High Mountain Tauren. God, that is
Oh, it is a cow.
big.
Oh,
Something, huh?
it looks like more like an elk. Like, elk cow? Like those...
They're ugly as shit. That's just part of the gear.
Does it not normally have those,
Not like that.
No? Okay.
The antlers?
Yeah.
No, they have the antlers.
That big? Not that didn't used to, unless they added that.
No,
Is
that should be.
I think it looks like you can customize the size of your antlers, because this one guy has really small antlers. This guy's got really big
Yeah,
antlers.
That's the female. On the bottom is the female variant, and they have like smaller antlers.
That makes
than the
sense.
male.
Yeah. You know,
But I think
that thing looks
that-
kind of cool.
Cause yeah, if you scroll up a little bit, in the video on like the thumbnail, you can see the Tauren with the big antlers.
Yeah, that must be since the last time I played Torin. Couldn't do that. But that was
Kyle, I can't believe they
years ago
withheld
almost.
big antlers from you. They just knew that you had that big antler power, and like they just didn't
I
want to
also
give it
just
to
don't
you.
like playing Torin, so
Dude, like,
Yeah,
they like to moo though, man. They're just a bunch of mooers.
Yo, moo cow.
Yeah, I'm with this.
Up for the moo cow.
But hear me out. They made Torin Paladins, and that just tilted the show to me because Holy Cows existed after that.
Oh my god, they're holy
Holy
cows.
cows.
That's a beautiful.
Oh, that is
I just hated
wonderful.
the game.
I
so
actually
much after
that almost would make me play it. It's like, wait, holy cow. All right, I'm playing holy cow. Yeah. My username
almost
would
made
be
me
holy cow. I would refuse to play anything but that.
But no, that Janai set looks fucking sick. Like, I like it. Like the reddish one and the last one, the first and the fourth.
The gray ones do look nice.
More geared towards Nathan than you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it was funny in the Canadian group chat the other day. It was like, God, I tune in at the weirdest times sometimes because I saw the word gray and I'm like, oh, this is a
Okay,
conversation for me.
I was talking about Frosh.
Oh, that,
From
yeah.
Fairy Tail. The little cat, the green cat that dresses as a pink frog. And it's fucking cute as shit, by the way.
Yeah. And then you said, oh, whatever that combination is. I'm like, you're right. The gray cat wearing the gray frog
The gray
suit
frog.
is kind of cute, I'll admit it.
Yeah. He's the cutest.
And then you're like, you see?
They dedicated a whole episode just to that little guy getting lost in a town and he's all like sad and
Poor little boy.
but like he's not really alone, he's not really lost. Like the people are there looking after him just from like the background.
Just to see what he does.
Yeah.
That's actually disgustingly cute.
Super cute. Yep. One of the best humanities.
Wow.
Oh well.
Yeah. Dude, I had something in my head and it's gone. Do you hate... That happens to me so often. Yeah, I remember now.
Like-
How... Well, obviously, Kyle, unfortunately, this isn't a question geared to you. How's the start of school for you guys?
Annoying. The fucking the school zones, you know, the lights are flashing now and it's annoying.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, why is this flat? Oh, wait, I just came from class. Like, that actually happened to me.
Like it's with damn kids back in school, which means they're in bed on time. At least they should be at a decent time. I'm okay with it.
It was just weird for me, because it's like, wait, I just came from a college class, and then I didn't understand why the lights are flashing. I'm like, wait, why? It's not like school. It's, no, this is school, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. School zones.
Yep.
Well, yep.
Well, Nathan, how's the start for you, Nathan?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. This is
In your season.
yeah. It's the final one.
Yeah.
It's the final countdown.
Do 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 do.
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, so you excited for it to be your last year of high school, Nathan?
I don't know. It's like there are a lot of people at school that I like to talk to. But
You won't see half of them ever again.
oh no, yeah. But there's also like some people that I enjoy talking to that I don't talk to very much. That I'd
Definitely
like to
never
talk
see
to
them.
more. That I don't think either of us just have the initiative or the drive to talk to each other more. So
Yeah.
it's just like, I'll see you in Oblivion.
Yeah, right? It's...
Yeah.
I honestly had a few friends like that too in high school, where it's just like...
Where it's like, especially once you're like old enough to drink, it's like you might run into them in a bar
Yeah.
years from now.
It's like, you know, eventually maybe run into each other at like a Wawa.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But no, it's like,
The ones that I talk to the most, I don't see at all anymore. Ever.
yeah.
The ones I talked to that I was like friends with growing up, still see them all the time. And then there's like the people that were in between, and I see some of them once in a while. That's about as far as that goes.
Yeah. I mean, like, when it comes to high school friends, I have a decent group of those still. Obviously,
Hi, Tony.
hi, Mark.
Hi. How's it going, bud?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.
Off.
I bet, like, if we did, like, a top 10 things you're sick of fucking hearing, that'd be Mark's, like, number one.
Yes. Oh, Mark, shut the fuck up. You're not original.
You know, I do it to the guy from Singapore. It's also named Mark, but he doesn't know that.
Oh, so he just thinks you're saying hi to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute, though.
Aw.
And, like,
He's fucking dumb and I hate him.
aww.
Aw.
But it's just like, it's like, oh, hi, Mark. And he's like, hi, Kyle. I'm just, it's a bit wholesome, you know? It's like, this is like,
He's probably fucking sick of talking to me too, though, because I'm just a dick every time.
yeah, okay. Oh, Kyle, so I don't mean to derail this conversation,
Absolutely.
but maybe, okay, we'll finish up, how's school going, at first talk. But I wanted to, just keep in mind for you, because at the beginning of the podcast we were talking, Mark was giving stories about work. I want to know, like, I want you to think about, like, what some of your worst calls that you've had to take.
Easily, one of them was this week.
Okay, good.
One of them-
Keep it for me. I want you to stir with it, like, and let's get angry about it, then tell the story in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Mark, how's your school going so far?
I mean, you know, it started on Thursday, so I really only had one day.
You had one.
of class.
Lucky
But,
you.
Oh god, I know already. I have one class that I know is going to be so boring.
Yeah,
It was already going to be a boring class. Like, I knew it. It's assembly language, and for those that don't know, it's only like one step above binary in terms of like programming. So it's very just monotonous. And to make things worse, I have like an 80-something-year-old professor who kind of just rambles and gets sidetracked easily.
So did you say
about,
assembly?
You know, yeah.
So you're gonna go work on Second too?
Yeah, pretty much. But
Okay, good.
it was already going to be a monotonous and boring class. On the first class, I legit almost fell asleep like 3 times. On the first class.
that's rough. Yeah.
I'm like, this is going... Which I've almost given up on paying attention in class, and I'm like, I will learn it myself. Because
Yeah.
I can keep myself entertained more than this, like, 80-something-year-old guy who gets sidetracked on every single topic.
That's rough. Yeah. Yeah, I hope the semester just goes well, though. You know, for me, this is a very busy semester. I've mentioned that a lot of times. Anytime, forever, people were asking me, "How's the semester going?" It's busy.
Yeah, It's busy.
It's not. It's going well. It's going bad. It's busy. That's the correct. There's just so much going on this semester. And I'm writing for the student newspaper still, and I also have the internship for a newspaper, so I'm going to be writing double eventually. And I already wrote my first story for the semester for the Outlook, which is the newspaper. Everyone go. You can't buy. They're just free on campus, but like, this is where I would plug. Everyone go buy this paper now. But you know, I really do enjoy it, and it's just the point. Like, I'm at the point in school where it's like I know I just have to get through this semester. As much as like earlier, Mark, I don't remember if this was on podcast, before podcast. I was envious of like the how much school you had left. I'm both envious and not envious. I'm envious of like that year gap, but like not like when you have like 1 year of school left.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just at the point now where I've, you know, like Kyle, like all your schooling too. It's like if I did the math for how long I've been in school, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Because this is, I think, if I'm doing the math right, this is my 19th year of school. No, it got to be 18th. Right? Maybe? No, because it could be 19th because I'll be turning 23 in January. So
I started kindergarten when I was 3.
I did pre-K. I did 10 years at the first school because it was pre-K, kindergarten, then first through 8th. 4 years of high school, that's 14, and then I'm on technically my 5th year. So yeah, this is year number 19 in school. God, that sounds like a huge number. It's because it is.
That's more than Nathan's been alive.
Yeah, right? Oh God.
Oh no.
It's just weird when you think about it like that, though. It's like when you actually, like, it's going to be such a long time before I've been out of school more than I've been in.
It'll be mostly meaningless.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to throw that out there.
That's true. But it's just, like, it's funny just to, like, to know the numbers that way.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, it would have to be, like, 20 years about after school ends for me that I've been out longer. And it's like, I don't even want to think about being that old right now, man.
At that point, you'd be middle-aged.
100%, because it's like...
Yeah.
That's why you have midlife crisis.
Yeah, that's where I go crazy, you know? It's like...
That's where it comes to. At the exact moment when it hits.
Yeah, I
when you've
start
been
tweaking
out.
out.
Than you've been in school.
Yep.
I start tweaking out to buy a convertible, you know? It's like, it's all the things.
Exactly what it is. Like, oh, I remember high school. That was not that long, 20 years ago. Oh, God.
Dude, high school, like, it's weird how, like, you hit this point. While I was still at
high school 15 years ago.
God, Kyle, that's just uncomfortable to hear, because I know, like, I'm gonna be there soon.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there was a point where, in college where I'm like, wow, high school feels like it was just the other day. I am far surpassed that now. And I'm like, wow, I really am having trouble remembering high school now.
I just assume it's because I was high all the time.
That's fair. But it might be age too, Kyle.
It's definitely age.
Because it's like, I'm just getting to the point where it's like, no, I remember, like, to be fair, like, I just remember the highlights and, like, the good times. Obviously, a lot of the bad times, too. I mean, you know, certain moments stick out, but, like, no, I like the things I remember more from high school. Like, I don't really, obviously, I have, like, a bank of knowledge that, like, high school, I guess, helped. You know, it's take it or leave it. But, it's just interesting like that, you know? This is crazy, because it's... Like, I don't really remember most of the classes. I just, like, there was a point where in high school, I could tell you everyone's name in the grade. Like, I knew it. Like, I 100% knew it. There was no reason to not know it for me. And then now, dude, like, if you show me those faces again, I don't know if I could name them all.
I don't know if I could name 20 people, fuck.
Like, I couldn't... There's a decent amount of people I couldn't name, because we have, like, the Team Speak group that, like, are all, they're all primarily people that we went to high school with, whether they're a grade above us, below us, or in our grade. It's just a little bit of a range sometimes. Because, like, Steve's younger than Mark and I. Henry's older than Mark and I. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jack is older than Henry, too, I think. I might be wrong, but that's been something I've been meaning to ask, like, Steve or someone, because I'm like, because I don't really remember Jack from high school. And I feel like I got more introduced to him after the fact. I don't even know if he went to man school. I assume he did, but, like, I don't know that for a fact, you know?
I mean, yeah, I honestly have no idea. I know him because Miguel and him are, like, on the same street, and that's how Miguel and him are friends.
They're neighbors, man. It's funny. Like,
so it's like, but I don't think I ever met Jack and oh my god, funny story. I just remembered about Jack.
Yeah.
So, this is when I was still working as a mechanic, and that was like 3 years ago. Someone brought in a very old white Jeep, and I'm like, that looks like Jack's Jeep. And, one, Jack doesn't take good care of his car. I've noticed that, because they were a regular at our place.
Ah, okay.
They did not take care of the car. I mean, to the point that we had to have an argument with Jack's dad about whether he should have the brakes changed or not.
It's like
so they bring in the Jeep, saying that they've been hearing a grinding noise. We look at the brakes. I can't even say that the brakes were used up. The brakes were shredded.
Ooh, okay.
Like, it was so far past due that we didn't know how they were still hanging on.
That's just like one of those things you just look at and it's like, takes a picture.
No, dude, I had my just gouged like a quarter inch into my fucking rotor before. Like, I let mine go too. I'm terrible for that.
Like, but Dad comes in and he's like, so, do we need the brakes done? And we're like, yes. And he's like, well, how bad? Do we need them done? Like, could I put it off for a little while? And we're like, no.
It's like, no,
no,
they're
you
really
couldn't.
bad.
It's like, okay, like, seriously, how bad is it? And we're like, if you love your son, you will get the brakes changed.
Yeah, it's...
And that was when it hit me, I'm like, that's Jack's car.
Yeah.
That is Jack's car.
It's like, oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, shit. And 2 years later, Anime Next, Jack was the one who drove me.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know how terrified I was to be in that white Jeep? Dear God, I don't think I've ever been so scared, because, I mean, I was only at that place for, like, 5 or 6 months. We worked in that car at least, like, 3 times.
That's
like,
fair.
We're talking, this was, like, Mr. Frida's car level
Okay.
of getting work done.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, never, ever, dear God, never buy a Dodge Durango. Ever.
Nah. Yeah, I've only heard her horror stories about upkeep.
Oh, God.
We
put in, this in the couple months I was there, in those couple months, 3 different radiators.
Jesus.
And 2 different fuel pumps. And Mr. Frida came in, and he's like, so, like, are you guys just, like, buying, like, secondhand parts? We're like, no, we bought these from the dealer.
Whoops.
Brand new, out of the box, from the dealer, barely lasted, like, 2 months.
Well, that's unlucky.
That's why I say...
No,
Just don't buy a Dodge in general. 2, if you are going to buy a Dodge, definitely don't get a Durango.
Yeah, I mean... It's Dodgers are weird sometimes, but you reminded me of the most scared I've ever been in the car. It was in high school. It was for this girl Maria's birthday party. A few of her friends and I were invited out to dinner with her. And her sister drove us home. I thought I was gonna die. I legitimately was like, this person didn't know, like, what a blinker was, like, did not have any control of the car. It was... She would cut people off and then scream at them. It was just, like, it was... Like, it's really hard to describe all of the things she did wrong while driving, because it was everything.
Yeah.
And, like, that was the moment where, like, when I got home... Like, I waited till, like, she, like, turned the corner, and, like, I was, like, I've never wanted to kiss the ground more right now than I ever have wanted to in my entire life.
No.
I think I win that, by the way.
Do you think you have a worse one, Kyle?
Yeah. Kyle, you go first, because you have a bad driving story then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. I'll go after you.
I'll go with my fun one. Okay. So, I'm at buddy's fucking hunt camp. And like I am every night because this is high school still.
Yeah.
And there was my girlfriend and her best friend who was also kind of my girlfriend. I was popular boy then. So, you know, hit a couple pints and hit the hookah a bit. And, you know how it goes. Go home. Going down towards back roads all the way because they're out in the fucking middle of nowhere. Head out towards... bridge to go towards town, straight up like massive downhill, like towards where the river is, and then just like goes up again. It's a huge valley. So deer fucking come sprinting out of the woods.
Oh, I hate
like
this.
a motherfucker, and I'm speeding, right?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
And like girlfriend's sitting in the passenger seat with her best friend on her lap.
Oh no.
So, so I clip the back leg of this deer. I'm like in my Jimmy, so that thing's the two-door.
Yep, I know what Jimmy is.
SUV,
Yeah.
top heavy as fuck.
I gotcha.
It's a blazer.
Completely dry outside. Yeah, completely dry outside. Hit the back leg of this deer. I start spinning sideways, and I'm just sliding down the hill towards the bridge and the river where the dam is, completely sideways. Somehow don't roll the fucking thing. By the time it stops, I just... like, straighten it up, get the fuck out of the car, and I'm like, wow, and I'm just like, trying to hold my shit together, you know what I mean? And like, I'm like faking looking for like blood or like the deer or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they thought I was just like, had it together. I don't know what the fuck was through their brains.
Yeah, right? It's just like...
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
We should have died. All three of us. Because like, I don't know how, like, it was completely dry ground. I have no idea how it didn't catch and just start rolling.
God.
Yeah.
So,
that's mine.
I almost got into an accident just the other day.
Oh, no.
I'm talking Wednesday night, almost got into an accident. So, story time. My dad's getting married soon, so I drove up all the way out to Pennsylvania to get fitted for a tuxedo. Which is great. My dad, so, Tony, you've driven with me. I'm sure you could say I'm a relatively safe driver.
Yeah.
To the point that, like, I'm definitely an aggressive driver, but I'd still say I'm safe.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is just the aggressive part. So I'm following him, and, like, he's more aggressive than I am, so I'm really having to, like, step on it to keep up with him, because my dad... Oh, God. Following my dad is never fun, because he doesn't ever give you enough room to follow him.
Mm.
So I'm, like, already driving more aggressive than I normally would. We're coming up to a light. There's a lot of traffic in the middle lane, there's no traffic in the left. My dad puts on his blinker to get into the left lane. And he starts moving over, so I'm like, okay. So, I'm like, he's definitely moving over. I turn, look over my shoulder, put on my blinker, and start going. Instead, when I turn to look back forward, My dad has fully stopped.
Oh.
Good news is I found that the Mini Cooper's brakes are really good.
Yeah, you look at that.
It was the first time I've ever locked up the wheels. Like, I fully locked up the front wheels. Like, I saw a bit of tire smoke behind me, and I'm like...
Nice.
and I stopped probably like a foot behind my dad's car.
Jeez.
Because he just decided, like, yeah, I started going left, I'm gonna change my mind, I'm just gonna stop.
That's crazy.
And of course, it's like, you know, I look over my shoulder because I'm like, okay, he's definitely going left. I look back and he's just 100% fully stopped.
That's horrible. It's horrifying.
My heart was pounding out of my chest because I'm like, I was probably going like 40 miles an hour, and was probably only like, you know, maybe 50 or 60 feet behind him, and he came to a dead stop.
Why did he stop?
I don't know. He was going to go into the left lane and then changed his mind and just stayed in between the two lanes because he decided he wanted to stay in the middle lane.
Nice. Okay.
So I can't go around him because he's in the middle of two lanes. So I had to just slam on the brakes.
What a time to be alive.
It was the scariest moment of my life. I was the closest I've ever come to an accident, and of course, it's my fucking dad's fault.
Yeah, right? Like, it's like,
But-
it wasn't even on you.
Speaking of cars going sideways, I have a story from middle school
Okay.
about the worst bus driver I've ever had.
Ooh.
I had this lady for 2 years, and thinking back now, I'm like, wow, she was a really shitty driver. Back then, I didn't know any better.
Yeah, of course, right? You're just like, no,
I
it's
was
an
just
adult.
Like, oh, the roads are rough, or, well, yeah, that was a bit of a cut thing to do, but okay. So, she definitely cut a lot of people off, I remember that. There are always angry cars behind our bus, I remember that. There's one day, there was snow and ice, but school wasn't closed.
Those are the
On
worst
my
days, by the way.
street, very steep downhill, into a left turn.
Yeah.
She starts going down the hill, hits ice, we completely lose traction. She starts
Jesus.
trying to take a left. The bus has turned sideways, but still going
Oh
forward.
my god.
And I definitely remember slamming into the curb. Not hard enough to break anything, but hard enough to throw me out of my seat.
Oh,
I
man.
say not hard enough to break anything because we still drove the rest of the way to school.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't you? You fucking...
So, that was terrible. But there's one thing that might have even topped that.
Okay, I love these stories. Let's keep going, yeah.
We went down, we were dropping kids off in the neighborhood, like, as normal. In that neighborhood, they were redoing the pavement. Like, you know, they had closed down certain roads and were redoing the pavement. There's wet asphalt everywhere. Instead of following the detour, and this is one of those things that I realized, wow, she's really a cunt. Thinking back to it, instead of obeying the detours, she says, fuck it, and floors it through the construction zone, tearing up the brand new asphalt. We had construction workers screaming and cursing at our bus.
Wow.
That's really bad.
Like, I mean, I think that was the first time that an adult ever gave me the middle finger. I was just looking out the window, seeing all these construction workers, like, screaming curses, holding up the middle fingers to our bus. I'm like, why the hell would she do that? It would be like a 2-minute detour. Like, she just had to pull a U-turn, which I know is not fun in the bus, but you can do it.
Yeah. Like, that's just...
There's a rich neighborhood, the streets are wide.
People are fucking crazy, Mark. God.
It's these things that, like, thinking back to it makes it so much better than it was in the moment. Because in the moment I was just like, oh, Oh God. That was terrible. My
Yeah.
bus driver almost got me killed.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking like 12-year-old, 13-year-old Mark right there.
It's just like, yeah,
Back
I
when
thought I was gonna die.
Back when I was in the prime of my goth phase.
Oh, well. Okay, so, realistically, was Mark rooting for the bus to crash? Then?
Maybe. I didn't hate a good handful of the kids on my bus. And wouldn't mind going out with them.
It's like, these are the people that fucked with me, right? Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
let's do it.
There was definitely at least
there's
7 of the
some
kids on my
driver
bus
pick.
were bullies. To me specifically.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, Kyle said he'd be right back.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ooh, Snapchat.
Ooh, Snapchat. But,
Snapchat.
yeah, dude, it's just like, I feel like we could go forever about, like, obviously, this isn't, like, a bad driver, because I'm thinking about the, us almost dying getting a puppy, story,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, it's like, without my dad being a good driver, probably would be dead, but the person who left their car there. So let me tell this just again for the sake of it, since I'm referencing it. But yeah. So like most people probably know that watch this, I live in New Jersey. We went to Tennessee to get a puppy. So we go to Tennessee, and on the way back, it was about a 15-hour car ride for us. And
It was not a fun car
it was not a fun car ride. Like, everything could have gone right, and just it still would not have been a fun car ride. You know, it's just like, but yeah. So it's nighttime. God, I wanted to say it was nearing 1 a.m. possibly. It could have been 12, 11 at that point. It was so late. I don't know. We are going. And in the car, my dad's driving, my brother's in the passenger seat. I'm behind my dad. My cousin is asleep, and my grandmother is also asleep. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at my phone, and then I look up, and there's a car stopped dead in the highway. And truthfully, we were going about 80 miles per hour probably at the time.
Because, that's what you do in the middle of the night on the highway. It's
honestly what you do. And this was in, I don't remember what state it was, but it was actually in a 70 mile per hour zone, not New Jersey, because I don't see any 70s in New Jersey, but fun little thing. It's like, it was fun to see what speed limits are on the places, because it's not always the same.
No,
but
there are some places that encourage speeding.
Yeah, it's like, so basically, there's a car. We end up sideways, dodging the car, and my dad moves out of the way. The car goes sideways. We go sideways into a grassy area, and then the car's momentum swings us back into the road, and we're still sliding. We swing back towards the left again. And then my dad is able to bring it back, straight, pulled off to the side of the road. So we went all the way left into the grass, all the way right, all the way left, almost back into the grass, and then off to the skirt on the right side.
That honestly has to do with your dad being the driver. Because it's very hard. Once you start spinning, it's hard to stop and straighten out.
Yeah, so he did it though, and I
mean, no offense, the demolition derby days probably.
Oh, dude, I was thinking that. I'm like, yeah, no, that had to play the factor, right?
Because most demolition derbies are on where you don't have much traction.
Yeah, I'm like,
So it's like
I am very happy for this.
Help.
I'm very happy about this. But we were actually talking about it recently between my family and I, and Dad was like, we should be glad it wasn't Tennessee we were in. And I'm like, this makes sense, but I can't remember why. And I'm like, wait, why? And he's like, if that was Tennessee, so the way the roads work, say, you know, New Jersey, there's grass area and then there's a guardrail, like the New Jersey divider. In Tennessee, next to the road is a drop.
Oh God.
Everywhere, all the roads, like all the major highways, is a drop.
Oh no, I remember. I mean, you see enough redneck videos online, you realize a lot of the southern states have that.
Yeah, because there was a sign on, like, I want to say there was a sign somewhere we saw. I don't remember if it was on the road or like at a stop. It was like, oh, only like 300 road deaths this week, or some weird shit like
This
that.
week.
Might not have been this week, maybe
Dear
this
God.
month or something. Who knows? But like, it's like, and this is a good. And it's like, oh, at least
Only?
they're down. It's like, what do you mean?
I'm back.
Yeah.
We're talking about dying on the road.
Yeah, almost died.
Nice.
Yeah, it's...
Well, that's fun.
Nice.
I mean, same.
It's,
so you know,
it's
whatever.
it's just like, it's crazy. It's there's some moments in life that like you go through, and you're just like, I like, you could have died. I could have died, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and it's.
I mean, yeah.
It's just like what you were talking about before, Kyle. I just told a story as well, and it's just like, man, it's...
I mean, fuck, I've got a lot more, so it's
Yeah, like-
I'm just not gonna get into it all because it's legal. So. So on the shitty work story, instead of Tony dying,
Yeah, let's go to that.
so I came up
Microphone
with
muted.
4. Now, I work the APAC region, and they're all American.
Hi, Derek, by the way.
So, good job,
Microphone
guys,
activated.
on having, like, of the only 4 shitty phone calls that I can think of off the top of my head, of all being American. So,
Well,
you're
yeah,
welcome.
we're all cunts.
Yeah.
That's a service we provide.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is what we're known for.
Mm.
and they're all, like, American, because, like, this is your guys, like, this is their job to know how to do this stuff. But, like, they call me because either broken or whatever.
Yeah.
The first one was just first-time configuration of a book that I knew nothing about. But that guy had no idea either. He's like, I've been working with you guys' stuff for fucking 20 years, blah, 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 blah. He wasn't swearing. He was being very polite. And he understood, just knew at the time. That I just didn't know what was going on. I was essentially just, like, trying to, blow through our recommended documentation and then go for wait for someone else who knew what the fuck they were doing, because I was on a different team, right?
Yeah.
I don't do VPN stuff. That was like a whole bunch of remote access VPNs. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So that was one. That took, because it was like 2 hours before we could get the next guy, because I had no idea what was happening. Another one was very lovely people, Michael and Elaine. Still remember the names, because they would call in every fucking week. The company was switching over from Cisco to Checkpoint, but they just didn't know how routing worked. So they're like, well, why can't this do this? I'm like, because you have this right here, so it's going to go out that interface every single time, no matter what you tell it.
Didn't do
So,
it. Oh.
yeah, and they had the largest network diagram I've ever seen. But at least they had it, which is the most.
That's.
I mean-
yeah, right.
So far we're doing well, because you said they're all American, but you prefaced it with they're all very polite so far.
No, these are the 2 good ones. I have bad ones.
Oh, damn it.
No.
It gets
Yeah,
worse.
so- Michael and Elaine are great. They call in every couple of weeks because they were just trying to switch everything over, but just had no idea what to do, and they didn't know how to do networking. Next, so this is about a month ago. We have some new people in, and one of them's not very good at anything at all. So this American guy calls in, trying to upgrade from old software to newest software, and is running into issues. It's just failing to upgrade and reverting.
Mm.
So He gets on the phone with the guy and just starts swearing at him. and like, just very angry. And like, so the new guy's like, well, like, what do I even do to do this? I'm like, it's pretty fucking simple. You press one button. You fix all the problems that it tells you you have, and then you say do it.
It's like, and now.
Yeah, and he's like, but it's not working. I'm like, are you fixing everything? Because, like, it's their job to fix it. Like, once you see all the things, it's like, hey, look, all your stuff's broken. You have to go fix that themselves. Because that's all personal crap that we can't do. Well, I mean, we could, but we don't know if it's... Anyway. It'd be very dependent on their environment. So, anyway, after, like, an hour, he's getting really upset at being yelled at. So, manager gives me the call. Because I'm tier 3 boy now. And this guy's like, just fucking livid and just swearing still at me. He's like, do you know how much fucking time I waste on checking every goddamn week? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, out of this many hours, like, I just spend so much time, fucking wasting time. And I'm like, same? Like, I actually said same to the guy. And I could hear his confusion. But as he realized that he just called into the support for that company and says how much time he spends on that company.
It's like, no, I'm the support. I know exactly what you mean.
I understand. Yeah, I waste all of my time on this every day, not just a couple hours a day.
That's amazing.
So then I tell him what to do, and he goes to do it. It doesn't work. I guess because you have a space issue. You should have, like, just take him, like, do this, build a new VM, import it. And he's like, okay, how? I'm like, you use these things. It says, enter a literal upgrade guide for this because we have one. Here's a document that you're not going to read, by the way. And you should have thought about before.
Whoops.
Yeah. Literally called the RD10 Upgrade Installation Guide. Guess what he didn't do when he's upgrading to RD10? Yeah. So, and he's like, why the fuck did no one tell me this? Like, my SE said it would be blah, blah, blah. I just hit this button here. I'm like, yeah, but they don't always know. I'm like, this is literally because of... It's just telling you don't have enough room to do it. So, migrate, import. Ta-da! In the guide, your SE also would have given you it as an option if you actually asked them. Because we always recommend fresh installing instead of upgrading directly, especially with VMs. And by then he had stopped swearing at me. Still wasn't working. So, I'm like, okay, I got a dip. So, like, our power, we had a planned outage. It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I had to call Israel. I'm like, okay, just chill with me here. You're going to be on hold again. You're not going to like it. I get it. It's going to be a while. I got to get you somebody on the other side. So, okay. I call Israel, and apparently they didn't get fucking told that we were having a planned outage and that we'd be transferring our shit to them. So call writer there is like, okay, I'll get you somebody for like 5 minutes of, you know, and then I only have 10 minutes left before this our internet literally goes out. So they give me to an escalation engineer over there, which is like, you know, the like, there's people below me, like more me and Chris are, and then there's people after us, and that's it.
Yeah.
So they get the people after us for whatever fucking reason. I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, there's no need for Iggy, like one of the frontliner guys who does this. You can just sit there while this installs to get those errors, and then fix them, whatever the problem is. He's like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this online, blah, blah, blah. He's like, why are you transferring this? I'm like, because we have a planned out. Just take the fucking call, dude. I don't care. I'm like, if you don't want to do it, just send that. I don't care. I'm transferring it.
Yeah, right.
There was that. And then, he also ended up swearing at Dave's people later on. It was great. It was a good time.
What a time to be alive, dude.
And then the last one was Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday was a fun day for you guys.
Wednesday was a great fun day.
Yeah, Wednesday just seems like the best, you know?
Yeah. So I go in. I'm like 5 minutes late. I don't give a shit. I sit down. Steve's like, hey, you want to go for a smoke? I'm like, absolutely. So I walk out. So I'm like 15 minutes late, really. But, I mean, who cares? I'm on salary. And then who the fuck took that? Oh, same guy. His eyes are again. Okay, so same guy took a call. The Americans are freaking out because they whole networks down, all their internets for their whole company, blah 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 blah, and they are unable to get remote access for us to look at it because I guess they don't know how to use, you know, the whole Wi-Fi on their phone and pair it to a laptop and say, here you go. But you know, because that's fucking hard. Yeah, so I take the call because I'm tier 3 boy and it's a network. This is already one issue. I'm talking to these guys and realize they tell me, oh, we just changed the user and installed policy and suddenly all of our network down. I'm like, okay. Sounds like you installed the wrong policy. Like, no, we pushed this one and then this one. I'm like, well, here's the thing. They only take one. So, what user did you replace? Oh, we fired John. Or not John. His name is Jay, actually. Who was our firewall guy today. And got rid of his user and did this, and now everything's down. I'm like, okay. So was Jay your checkpoint guy, and he knew all this stuff? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So could you have console access to this? Like, what does that mean? I'm like, okay. So, I'm like, you know all those wires like with it? And there's a little port on the box physically that says console? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, connect to that. I'm like, okay. They're normal networking guys, so they shit's going on. At least to do that with Cisco stuff and stuff, whatever. So, they finally connect to it, and I'm like, okay, can you log in for me? And they're like, sure. Oh, no, we can't. And I'm like, well, why not? I'm like, well, the credentials aren't working. Is there any way to, like, essentially break into them, like the way Cisco does? I'm like, I actually know how Cisco does that, because I've done it before. No. We have hardened kernel, blah, 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 blah. You can't just do that. I'm like, the only way to do that is to create, like, an emergency bootable drive, and that lets you reset the password as part of our software that we have. And they're like, okay. I'm like, okay, so you have access to this box, because this box can tell these boxes what to do. That's what its job is. They're like, oh, okay, because they didn't know what a management server was. I had spoken about that before. But anyway, they had one. They're like, okay, can you connect to that? And they're like, yeah, no, it's the same. I'm like, okay. So you guys need passwords to be able to log on to CLI for me to tell you exactly why everything's happening right now. So hear me out here. You have a cluster, which means they have two boxes. One's active, one's standby, one's actually supposed to be passing all the traffic to them. It's just like disaster recovery. If that one goes down, it takes over. So I'm like, take this box, pull it out. They're like, what? I'm like, we're factory resetting it. They're like, oh, okay. So I make factory reset it so they can get an emergent disk so they can reset the password in the box. So they could uninstall the firewall policy and get me fucking access to their shit. So they do that. They reset the password on the other box. Finally, it takes a very long time, by the way, to do all of this.
No.
Most people would have just told them to do that and leave. That's what I should have done.
It's like, in hindsight.
Yeah, that's exactly what I should have done.
But you just stayed on the phone with them for, like, what, an hour? 2 hours? 3 hours?
So...
That's
You've just been best friends with these guys by the end of this, you know?
Let's keep going, because it's been a while. It was a long time. A long night. So... They, we get into the box, and I'm like, okay, so this is the policies on it. I'm gonna unload it. Everything should work after that. And they're like, okay. I'm like, except for your VPNs. They're like, oh, okay. Great, everything we passed. I'm like, yep. But like, they're kind of worried about that at the same time. They're like, so we're wide open everything. I'm like, yeah, just until we get access to this, we can push your last good policy, and then it'll be good. It'll be fine. They're like, okay. They unload it, and they're like, oh, all the internet's still down. I'm like, well, I told you your VPNs would still be down, but they don't exist anymore.
It's like, yeah, they're not there.
Like, you literally haven't anything except what's in this box, so it's not dropping anything. They're like, okay. And by this, I still don't have remote access, by the way. I'm still just doing this over the fucking phone, blind as shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Walking
man.
through everything. So, we break into the management server then. And at this point, they didn't I realized they didn't understand where subnet was. So like, you go to 192.168.1.1 to go to your own router. Well, like, they didn't understand that the management interface, if they were connected to that, they'd have to go to the IP that was on the management interface.
Oh.
And put the computer on the same network, and not just a random bullshit one that they made up. So we finally got on the management server, and I realized that they only, by this time I have, oh no, sorry, so I walked them through pushing their last policy, which they had no idea what a policy was. So
Nice.
They're supposed to know what these things are. They're supposed to have training by us, and certifications, more certifications than I currently have, to be able to even talk to us.
Oh.
Yeah, by the
Woo.
way, I should put that out there. They're supposed to have more certifications than I currently have, because I am falling behind on that, and I don't really give a shit. Be able to talk to us in the first place. Anyway, so they don't know how any of this crap works. I just walked them through pushing their last thing that was from, like, the Friday, whatever. Pushes it, they're like, oh, our stuff's starting back up. I'm like, absolutely it did. They're okay. I'm like, can you get me remote access now? They're like, how do I rebuild this last box? I'm like, get me remote access, I'll just do it, it'll be a lot faster. So I get in there, I'm like, log in. Like, yeah, they log in with default admin happened that we'd reset it to. And they're like, okay, so what happened to that user and whatever? I'm like, show users. Like, so you have 2 users on these devices that are both the default ones. You didn't have the password to the admin account? And they're like, no?
Fun.
Okay, you should have that as a backup, because you should also have users separate for each and every one of you. Or like a default one that you can log into, because security reasons. Also, so that this kind of bullshit didn't happen. So that if you fire the one guy who knows everything, then you can still get into the box. It doesn't take you down for... we're working on hour 6 at this point.
God, hour 6?
So, yeah, they had completely pushed the wrong policy that was in any except, but it had none of VPNs, and they had found out that all of their traffic was going through a VPN to a much bigger device that was handling all the network traffic. And that's why none of their shit worked, is because they had pushed a policy that had no VPNs in it, and then all their traffic's expecting to be going through a VPN. So, yeah.
What a fun time.
So yeah, I ended up rebuilding their secondary box that, whatever, I fixed everything. It took 8 hours. Total. I got off the call at 4:15 a.m.
God damn it, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm their fucking hero.
So how many cigarette breaks did you take during that?
Several.
It's just like we
I
have
literally
about an
just
hour
got
to
up
like...
and I'm like, yeah. I literally just get up and I'm like, guys, I'm out for 2 minutes. And they're like, what? I'm like, bye. Mute and just walk out with my headset on still.
That's
Yeah.
actually hilarious.
That hurt my fucking brain. Like, how...
Microphone muted.
Like, what bothers me the most is they probably make twice my salary. Each. And there's the 2 guys there that just had zero idea what the fuck was happening. Blows my goddamn mind.
That hurts me, and I didn't know half of what you were talking about.
I know, I was trying to, like, keep it simple, but, like, yeah, it's... it just hurts me, you know?
Microphone activated.
I can understand.
They're supposed to be trained by us and have certifications that we offer that are more than what I have, because I don't even have my CCSE yet, and I'm supposed to. And they should at least know what the fuck a firewall is. Like, the basic, like, there's one device that we have that's called a management server. I'll teach you guys this, you know more than them.
Yeah.
We have this thing called a management server. It's one box. It tells your gateways, aka firewalls, what to do, what to accept, what to drop, what to go over a VPN, what comes in through your remote access bullshit. That's called a firewall policy. That management server has all of that data, pushes it to those firewalls. When you push something that says Do nothing, essentially. Do it. That will break all of your shit. Don't do it. Yeah.
Sounds simple enough.
It is. It really fucking is.
God,
And also,
I'm sorry.
don't fire the one guy.
Who knows what he's doing?
What he's doing.
You realize that one guy left, and he's like, "Oh, these guys are fucked," and just walked out.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm glad Jay isn't here. You've been freaking out about this. I'm like, everybody would be freaking out about this. You guys should lose your jobs. I didn't say that, but I really wanted to.
Should have, honestly.
You should be losing your jobs.
Because they were full network down for, like, yeah, over 5 hours.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dear God.
Yeah.
That's so long.
Yep. And they were like, oh, because they didn't want to get their fucking... Okay, so we have an application that needs to run to be able to tell that policy, like, what's in it, for you to, like, manage it, right? On that management server, we have an application called Smart Console. That'll, like, so you can put in all your rules and make it all pretty. It's a nice, pretty GUI and everything, okay? They're like... They didn't have access to that. I was trying to give them access to that because they need it. They're like, oh, can you see what policies we have on it from CFI? I'm like, yes. Like, can you push it like that? I'm like, yes. But you have to know which ones they are, which ones you're supposed to be doing, and I don't feel comfortable with that, and I can't revert using it. And they're like, oh, can you find someone who can? I'm like, no. Like... What do you mean? I'm like, one, this is all SQL, and no one here does that. And two, get console access. Everyone else would have abandoned you by now. You're welcome for me still being here and walking you through this. Yeah, it was just fucking rough. Fucking rough.
That
Like, they think it's all Cisco. It's not Cisco. You can't just... It's not just like, hey, allow this network to this network, except... Like Cisco does.
it's crazy.
Like an ACLs. So, like, okay, so other companies just have an access control list, so it's literally like a list, line by line, of one by one, that's how traffic, like determines how traffic is handled. Like, if it's allowed, it'll show up in one of their fucking literally lines of just this network to this network, yes. Ours is way more complicated than that, and so you don't do it through just command line. You need that pretty GUI because it has all this other bullshit in the back end that it deals with. And they just thought I could just do that. And I'm like, I can, but I'm not going to because you guys don't know what any of these things are, including your default logins. So, yeah. Americans.
That story just hurt me, Kyle. I'm so sorry.
They're just so dumb. They're just
I
so
thought
dumb.
it was dumb already as an American, but that made me lose brain cells.
Yeah.
It hurt me. It really... That was my entire Wednesday shift.
God,
I
it was
probably
your
sent, like,
entire
2 other
shift.
emails. My entire shift
Ah.
was 8 hours. Yeah, I probably sent 2 other emails that night. That was it.
That's just...
Because they just needed so much attention. Like, if it was, like, anyone who knew even remotely how to read, I could have just, like, let them be. Let them go. But, like, I knew that if I told them just to call back in next time they're in trouble after reading this fucking document, that I called in immediately saying, what does this button do? Or what does this word mean? Like, fucking hell.
That's crazy.
Like, then they would end up with the frontline again. That frontline guy would have got tied up forever on these goddamn idiots. So, just dealing with it. Yeah.
That's insane.
Most of my clients are retarded. Usually they're not that fucking special. Like, that's a whole nother level.
Like, yeah, normally it's an understandable level of stupid.
Yeah.
This
is a little bit much, yeah.
Stupid.
Like, there's some of them, and I understand their ignorance and their stupidity because, like, it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they're confused on, like, one obscure, like, command prompt, and it's like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
Yeah.
Something
but
like that.
it's the people that are like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I want to do it like this, and you're gonna tell me how, and fuck you if you can't. That blows my mind. And I'm like, that's not how that works, though.
This isn't how the world works. Dear God.
Yeah.
That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, this is one person who wanted is like, hey, how do I get access to the events database to query all the stuff with either SQL or this? So I'm like, well, you're on the right version, so you just use this, then you can go from there. And he's like, oh, that's the management database, not the this. So I'm like, okay, so I thought you knew SQL because you mentioned it. Clearly don't. So I'm just gonna leave it at, yeah, that's totally not the right thing. So yeah, only R&D can access this. You can't. Goodbye.
Well, that's a time.
Is what he actually got told, by the way, in an email.
That's great.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Like, hey, guess what? It's all one database. In there. The information that you want. I'm not going to tell you how to access it, because if you don't know, then you shouldn't be fucking with it. Love that crap.
Yeah. This has been basically like the hey, guess what shitty thing happened to me podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
And how much money you would pay for gay. So.
Hey, so what goods have been going on in your guys' lives?
I think I'm winning for the gay thing, by the way.
Yeah.
I was very realistic about it, okay?
But I
Fuck
mean,
you guys.
if we all get paid the amount we would want, we couldn't because Nathan would take all of our money anyway.
Yeah. You wouldn't get anything.
Imagine that.
It's not how much I would want, it's how much I would probably do it for. Right?
It's true.
There's a difference between wanting it and being realistic.
It's true.
But, yeah.
If I was being
You're
realistic,
saying
it probably was a
the answer is
slightly
realistic.
different number. Sorry, I was talking over you, Nathan.
That's fine. But it's just asking Kyle if he was saying my answer wasn't realistic.
Well, yours is, because young boy. So they get jail time.
Okay.
That's more than all of the money. Yeah. Look at it. Yeah.
That's all the money and someone's life.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yep. I did.
Yeah, of course you did, Kyle.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to be. I mean, what? I just winked.
Yeah, I felt it, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
you-
you just winked, didn't you? Every now and then when someone talks, like, on TeamSpeak or something, I'm like, I really pictured you saying that with this motion, and if you didn't, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Smart.
That's basically how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
Also, Tony, I was telling Mark before you joined, I got to play with the doggos today.
Oh man, doggos.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the doggos?
Is it Wits?
Aww.
He's letting me MASH, if you know what MASH is.
MASH?
Is it all on DVD?
Oh,
It's
the
like
show,
the
sorry.
Korean War
Yeah.
show. Thank you. So you know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So she has it all on DVD, and she's like, I'm like, fuck yeah, that show's awesome. Like, do you want to borrow? I'm like, absolutely. So, hey, I'm dog sitting this weekend, so I went over and saw.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Holly and Tally for fucking ever, so I was playing with the doggos.
Aw.
And her cat, that's like, she just calls it Kitty, I don't actually know what his name is. That normally doesn't let me pet it, let me fucking play with it for like half an hour, that's so jazz.
It's like, I don't know what the name if it is. It's like... But I call it
You just
Kitty.
call it Kitty.
What if its name was Kitty?
It's Kitty.
I mean, my last cat's name is Kitty.
See?
I mean, like, Adam had named it something else, I don't remember what it was, and no one called her that. So, it was always just
It was Kitty, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. I have a dog named Katie, and I still call her Kitty.
Nice.
It's kitty.
A dog?
Yeah, it's a kitty.
Yeah, yes, the dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's me, Kyle.
Katie's unique. It's okay.
Katie is a unique dog, first of all. But I mean, and it's all Kyle. It's also me. I'm I'm the type of person that would name an animal a different animal's name just because I'm like, no, this works. Like that dog
so
is
you're
named
going,
Giraffe now.
thing? You're just not gonna like limit it to a species. You're not gonna assume it's species.
Nah, like
There we go.
why would I assume it's species, Kyle? It can be whatever it wants to be.
Who dares assign this poor creature a species at birth?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Who veterinarians think they are?
Dude,
But
seriously though,
whatever.
vets need to learn.
Yeah.
I hate this conversation.
completely
Hi, Nathan.
completely fair, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Tony, did I tell you about the bachelor party on Saturday?
No. Oh, wait.
Like last Saturday?
Oh, you didn't tell me about it? Like what happened there or anything?
Okay.
But I did see the flyer, which was amazing.
Let's hear it. What happened?
So, we rented a limousine, one of the Lincoln
Was it a Jeep?
Navigator lines. The Lincoln is a bright white Lincoln Navigator limo.
Okay.
So we stuffed 10 straight white dudes into it, and this will come into play later.
Okay.
So, don't be afraid to hold on. So we had a 12-hour bullshittery of a day planned. So we go, first start of knife throwing at a place that is also a bar.
And that
Which was
sounds
pretty
like a very irresponsible mixture of places.
Absolutely, but it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Ben Jamie was actually incredibly good at it, like disgustingly good at it. He actually got triple bullseye. It's throwing knives and throwing axes are two completely different things. I was good at the axe throwing, but the knives I was at
Yeah.
medium path. Just because they have to like rotate a specific amount, right? You have to like count the rotations, like the hammer, like the axe. I just feel like you can just wing it and it just kind of goes. But the knives, like rotation, really fucking matters. Yeah. We did that. We had a little competition. Jamie won the shit out of that. Had a good time. We had the wine and the limo, blah, 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 and the booze and the stuff. So we go for dinner at some restaurant. We have like a section of it essentially completely to ourselves because one other couple tried to come and sit down, and then we were just being assholes and they moved. And drunk. So after that, they were like, Vince had set up to go to a speakeasy. So like, if you don't know what that is, it's like a bar that was for prohibition.
Yeah, I know speakeasies are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. So, yeah, we got to go to that because Vince got it set up. And it's Pride Week. So,
Oh?
that happens to be literally at the start of the street where Pride is. So, we're all like, fuck it. And we walk in. Go for a little wander around, and there's a concert going on. So, you go into the concert. And two people with iPads come around and are like, hey, do you want to do like a survey for us? And I'm like, we're just going to throw this off really hard on you, by the way, because we're 10 straight white guys who make decent money. And I feel like most people here wouldn't.
Fair.
Because we're here on like a fucking, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so, but like, people were having a great time. There were a couple of them were dancing. Even the couple homophobic guys that we had grew into it because it was a burlesque show and they were okay. So we were there for a bit, and then we fuck off to the casino.
Okay.
So by this time, I was kind of looking forward to gambling a little bit myself. So was Greg, and so were some of the other guys. As soon as we get in there, Jamie fucks off by himself. He's like, "Don't watch me." He just leaves. I'm like, "Okay, well, okay. I'm just gonna make sure you don't lose the house later."
Yeah, right.
You just got married. Yeah. So then me and Greg actually spent most of the time trying to fucking herd cats because everyone kind of got lost. And there was one guy. Oh, it was another guy named Ryan. So it wasn't the one being married, but his friend Ryan. So we were calling him Chad all night, by the way. Because the lady at the knife throwing place is like, "Okay, what do you want to be called?" Because there's two Ryans. And he said, he pulled the alpha move and said Chad. So he was
Hey, it's
Chad
better
the
than,
whole
like,
night.
Asian mark and white mark.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, Yellow Derek.
yeah. Yellow Derek and Oil Derek.
We also do have an Asian Greg. That's a thing.
Oh. Do you call him Asian Greg?
We do.
Is Greg just Greg there still?
Greg's just Greg.
Yeah, that's...
so we don't really talk to Asian Greg. It's just kind of like on Facebook and whatever.
But it's just funny that it's like, oh, that's Asian Greg. It's like, oh, who's he? He's Greg as well? Yeah, so was he white Greg? No, he's just Greg.
Yeah. It'd be funny if we didn't have a Greg.
No, that's too much.
That's just Asian Greg. Oh, is there a different Greg?
No, it's just that's just what he is. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God, that'd be terrible.
Yep. So okay, so we're at the casino, and Chad here is there's like another band playing, and there's another like bar kind of ish there, and he's there hitting on some I want to say MILFs, but like that's not the right word because
Okay.
but the
Just
daughter's
M's.
right there, so I don't know
Just
what the
M's.
problem was. Yeah. just M's.
Just mothers.
Yeah, this is
Just
Not the
mothers,
rest of it. Just mothers.
It just happened to be, happy, like,
yeah, but I mean, he was having a good time. It's whatever.
That's the important part, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's dancing there with getting a little bit tipsy, and we're like, okay, whatever, that's fine. So we fuck off for a bit, and then go herd some more cats, and then come back, and he's fucking drunk as shit out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell happened. He didn't seem that bad, and then he was suddenly too fucking drunk.
And no.
Yeah. So we got to go to the cigar lounge, because there is one. And we're starting, like, we'll walk up through, because you have to walk through the casino through the hotel, and it's at the part of the hotel. So, on our way there, there's two clearly children. Like, these girls are 12, 13.
Oh no, this is never the way you want a story to start.
This is
No.
never how you want it to go.
So Evan's running up ahead with some drunk people, and he's like, "Do a flip," or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he yelled.
Yeah.
It's funny. And then Dad is like still in a dancing mood apparently. He goes and tries to like almost go up to them, and we're like, "Nope," and just fucking grab him. And Greg's like, "By the way, run." Like, please go that way. And then so they do. And Chad's like, "I just wanted to," and we're like, "Nope," and he tries to break free, and we're like, "Nope, I'll fucking hit you."
Dude, this is not happening.
Yep. So he's coming with us, and he's bouncing off stuff and whatever, and there's like a statue of a female in the main like lobby thing of the thing we're walking through to get to the Sky Lounge, and he starts like fondling that, and we're like, okay, maybe Ryan can't go anymore.
It's like, I think he needs
Chad,
to go
sorry.
home.
Yeah, we're like, okay, Chad needs to take a $5 hard here, so we call our limo driver and be like, hey, we're on our way out. So while we're waiting for him, all of a sudden Chad wants to get fighty.
Oh no.
So yeah, so he's starting to fucking bump into some people, and we almost have other Ryan knock him the fuck out. That was about to happen. He hit Evan. He started trying to fight Jamie.
Why?
Yeah, I'm like, Jamie's the nicest boy, and Evan just fucking hit him.
Yeah.
Not in the face, but he just fucking hit him.
Yeah, he kind of deserved at that point, though.
Yeah. So we get to the limo and we're like, one more stop, and we're going to the Rippers. So we're on our way to Pig Al's, the Quebec side, because why not go to the French side of it? And we get there, and Ryan's still too fucking drunk. After being talked to calm the fuck down. So we get in, like, check our hats, whatever, because you can't bring your hats in and stuff. Pay for the door fee, and we go in, and Chad is still in a fighty-ish mood. And, like, he put his hand on his shoulder, he's like, hey, buddy, say I love you. Okay, let's fight. I'm like, not now, but I will definitely fight you later. So that ended up, like, I don't know where the fuck he wandered off to, the bathroom, I think, for a bit. And then I go find Greg, who was sitting with Brett and Jamie in a corner. It was very busy. There was another bachelor party there, too. So they were just not being harassed, and that was okay. I have a couple drinks with some guy that I hadn't seen since years.
Yeah,
He used to be a friend of my little brother's, and so we had met up with him, by the way, at the casino, and picked him up in the limo and took him. Anyway. So
There's more straight white guys in the limo.
Yeah,
yeah, so we had 11 straight white guys in the limo, sorry. No. And then, yeah, so Ryan ends up getting kicked out by Chad. Chad ends up getting kicked out of the Trippers. I didn't see what happened. I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's just like it just happened. We're just letting it happen.
Yeah. And Greg and Brett and whatever, and they're like, I don't see the like appeal of this. So they're talking about that, and I'm like, I'm gonna go be a sad man, and I'm like, I picked one by that time because like I look around right, and I'm like, I want that one, and then I just go, and so I'm gone for like an hour, and then I come back, and they're still in the corner, whatever. And then yeah, we had heard some cats back, and we go outside, and Chad's not there anymore. And we're like, uh-oh, where's Chad? Because we thought he'd just go to bed in the limo, and he didn't.
Oh no.
So we're calling him, and like as we're trying to fucking leave, we're like, what the fuck? Because we're like, do we just leave? Or what? And
do we call his mom? Like
he called his girlfriend, and they got picked up.
Yeah, okay.
He was super pissed.
Yeah.
So we found out that, and then we fucked off. I ended up driving home I drove Greg home, I drove Amy and Evan. Evan went in the trunk until we dropped Greg off. So it wasn't for too long, but it was long enough, because by the time I gotten Jamie off, freezing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, no, I'm not gonna interrupt Kyle.
Evan like leaned out my driver's side window and just started, what? I'm like, okay. Like, get half his body out of it and just puke, and I'm like, you tried, buddy. But everyone was really well behaved except for Chad.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's only 10%. Less so because we picked up an 11.
Yeah, it's true. But it's because you named him Chad. Or he named himself Chad, to be fair.
He named himself Chad, yeah.
We were all just super confused on where it came from, though, because he went from normal to too fucking drunk. Like,
that's usually, it just hits it like a brick wall now sometimes. Like,
oh, it was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own... Everyone reacts to alcohol differently. Like,
but he's a drinker, and he normally handles it just fine. Like, I didn't get it.
Maybe he didn't eat that day? I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
We had dinner. And he had pizza at the knife throwing place, because I had pizza there, too.
Okay. You know, we don't really have an excuse for this guy. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was the one. Sorry, I ranted the whole thing, but it was a great time.
It was a great time. We almost got into multiple fights.
I mean, like, if you go home and say that you almost got into a lot of fights, I think that is a good night.
I mean,
it's also probably good that, he only almost went up to, like, 2 13-year-olds.
I mean, Kyle would have been fine. Like, Kyle would not be in jail.
No, Kyle wouldn't be.
I was so
no, but, so, one of my coworkers told me a story about how he was at a party, and this one girl was hitting on him all night. And he was like, she looked too young, but every time he, like, brought it up, she said 18.
No.
And
too young.
no, he's only 20, so...
Either way.
If it was 18, it would have been like, okay, you know. But, as things are starting to like, get, like, closer and closer to the end of the night and, like, things might happen, the girl's older sister comes in, looks at her, looks at my coworker, apologizes to him, and then legit picks up her younger sister and just shouts out she's 15 and starts walking away.
There's a very big difference between 15 and 18.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Usually visibly.
He's like, I can't trust
Visibly,
people
is
anymore.
what I mean as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't trust people anymore because this girl was flirting with me all night, and every time it got brought up, she said 18, so I don't know. I'm like, I just feel bad.
Twice.
Yeah.
She's too young. If you have to ask twice, she's too young.
Yeah. Mm. And I don't know, 18 is the sketchiest answer ever, by the way.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if there are 18, you just look at
To
them
be
like,
fair,
I'm just gonna say no.
to be fair,
Can I see
Tony,
your license,
you
please?
do know. And I've told you the story. There's one other of my coworkers that I looked at. I'm like, she has to be like 14, and it turns out she's going to Brookdale
Yeah.
with me, and she's 19, and I'm like,
Don't
what?
kill her.
So it's like
Double ID. You
there
know?
are people like that. That's like, it's hard to tell what age they are.
Just double ID it, you know? Like, yeah.
It's like, I need
Two
two
forms,
forms
please.
ID.
I need 2 forms
Yeah.
of ID.
Has to be valid.
It's like, nah, I need a driver's license. I don't drive. Alright, you know what? Nope, we ain't
Yeah,
talking.
exactly. Yeah. You're already out, but I am old enough. You're 24. Well, I don't care. You don't drive.
Oh, man.
So yeah, no. So Tony, I've told you my the chef at my job is only 23.
Yes.
He's a cool guy. He likes partying probably a little bit too much, considering he invites me like twice a week to go drinking.
Jesus.
And like, I mean like heavily drinking, not like 1 or 2 beers. I mean like, let's get fucked up tonight kind of drinking.
Getting a little old for... Oh, you're right. Your age is 21.
I mean, I'm 22, he's 23, so it's
I
like...
mean, your drinking age is...
It's 21,
yeah,
so yeah.
drinking age is
yeah.
21. So this is prime time.
I feel like that extends the party years longer than it needs to.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But he's a cool guy. But every time he invites his girlfriend, they get into a fight. Every time. And I'm like, are they going to break up or not? 'Cause I really don't know. They fight every time that I see them. But then
Well, they like each other sober.
yeah, I think so. But here's the thing. I mean, like, obviously, because they fight every time, I'd be happy for him if they broke up. The issue is, whenever she goes out, she brings all of her single friends.
Single ladies.
And he just invites me. So it's me, him, his girlfriend, and, like, 4 very attractive single women.
Single
like,
ladies.
hey,
Single
I'd be
ladies.
kind of bummed out if we broke up, not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to finish your but ring out.
Oh man,
Beyonce, this bitch.
dude. Yeah, I know. I just have Beyonce in my head now. It's just, it's bad. That's all I have in my head right now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, it's just all Kyle's fault.
Yep.
I want everyone to know.
Damn it, Kyle.
It's very much Kyle's fault. Kyle, you've ruined everything.
Oh, I also... Sorry, there's one more thing. Antonio, you should be very proud of me.
Oh, okay.
I almost got a stripper's phone number. And by almost, I mean I declined it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of proud of myself, but ashamed at the same time.
It's like I'm so proud that I had to turn it down, but at the same time, I turned it down.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, she just straight up offered it to me, like, pulled up the phone, was like, gonna type it in. I'm like, no, it's okay.
Oh my god.
She looked really hurt. I'm like, no, I mean, like, I just don't come to these things, and, like, it's not... Yeah, she's like, oh, okay, and she just smiled. I'm like, okay. I couldn't afford you, like, you know. You know.
It's like, I don't know what you're trying to do here. It's not gonna happen though.
I had a lot of fun. not going to be able to spend that much money on you all the time. So no, thank you.
Yeah, it's like, listen,
Yeah.
It's funny. Speaking of listen, I think this is where I'm going to say let's wrap the podcast up for the night. Because we hit the 2-hour mark and I didn't even notice. Like, I'm super serious about that. Was not paying attention to the timer. I looked up and it says 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that's what happens sometimes when you're having fun, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for being on like always. And thank you all for watching, whether via live stream, the YouTube VOD later on, whatever you do if you're lives. Yeah, thank you. So, for everyone here, this has been Background Noise episode 244. Thank you all for watching, and bye!
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.